So as as everything moves forward with Trump and not moving forward, everything's kind of day to day with this war that Trump started. Honestly, we're beginning to see that he had no idea what was going to happen. He had no idea that the economy would be affected. He really didn't. Because honestly, he he probably thought everything's okay, so if I do this, nothing would affect it. Also, his minions don't tell him how the world works. They go all their way to hide what is real, not real. I mean, they're honestly giving him polls showing that 90% of the people love him and support the war, but it's a poll based on, are you MAGA? Do you love Trump? That's how they give him his numbers. So he's beginning to realize that he fucked up. And as we know with Trump, if he fucks up, he doubles down. He does it more. You saw that disconnected news conference where he was saying the war's going to end soon, the war's going to go on, everything's fine. We destroyed their navy, but we're going to fight them. And the only reason he said that he wanted that the war was going to end quickly was because that's going to bring oil prices down, which they did because they were at 120. Bang, and they came back down. And today, again, he said some things that kind of drove the price of oil down. But this is the biggest problem they're having with this war. Okay? It's not that the American government is lying, because that's what Trump does, and everyone around him does that every day. I mean, look at Karen Levitt. She is a walking fucking epitome of a lie. Okay? If she said she was alive, I would check her heartbeat, because she lies. But the one thing that Republicans are finding, Republican politicians are finding out, they believe the bullshit fed by him and Lindsey Graham, Lady Lindsey, that the Iranians will just roll over and collapse. They probably told them, hey, do you remember what happened in Venezuela? It'd be the same thing. And they'll be begging us to stop. No. Because, let's face it, Trump is a fanatic for himself, surrounded by fanatics for themselves and some kind of neo-Christian fascism. Okay? And fanatics only have narrow vision of everything. They just started a war with another bunch of fanatics. Again, understand, all Islam is not fanatical, all Christianity is not fanatical, but the Iranians' version of it is fanatical when you get to their government, their Revolutionary Guard, okay? They're this. Also, Trump thought if you cut off the head that no one liked, everyone would be okay with it. They're not. They've gone into vengeance mode. So now Trump is stuck. He's running around trying to find a way. Is there an out? Is there an exit? Okay? And what do the Iranians do? Knowing he needs an exit, because they're not dumb. That's the problem. You guys thought they were dumb. They're not dumb. What happened is they're ramping up the economic pressure by bombing Dubai, bombing Bahrain, going after the Saudis, launching a missile at Turkey. Those are old stuff. Saying they mined the Strait of Hormuz. Did they mine the Strait of Hormuz? Probably not. But it's enough to get the Americans all panicky and the oil prices go up again. And if they did, I'm not surprised, because they're going to do it because they're fanatics. And you killed their family. And here we are. Now Trump is saying, well, we got rid of their Navy. Yeah, why not laying mines? We got 13 mines. You liar. You're all lying to us. And 140 Americans are casualties, and you lied about that. So, ladies and gentlemen, this is what we're dealing with. A desperate man now. He knows he fucked up. Everyone around him is trying to cover up for said fuck up, but things are not working out the way they want. Because for Trump, his fantasy world is falling apart. And we're going to see. Oh, by the way, they didn't escort a tanker through the Strait of Hormuz. That's a lie. Everyone lies here. The only problem is it's going to cost a lot of people lives and us a lot of money.